So I'm going to go back to my projects here. And again, if you have a lot of projects, you want to star some so that, you know, the ones you're using can be quickly accessible. So I'm going to go to My Car Starter. And I'm going to go to Code. And then I'm going to go to Clone with HTTPS. And I'm going to copy that URL. All right. And then I'm going to go back to the VT and I'm going to create a new project. And I got choices here: create a blank project, create from template, and import project. I want to import project because I'm going to clone the starter code and rename it. So that will actually copy that project and it will create a new project for me. Repository by URL. So I'm just going to, I've got the URL, so I'm just going to put it in there. And my Git repository URL is that. My Car Starter. So project name, it looks like it's going with My Car Starter, which is not what I want. I want a different repository. I'm going to call it My Car Fall 2024. And this is my project URL, codevt.edu, Greg WK. That's my Virginia Tech username. And then I got my project slug there. Project slug is something it will use like in URLs, okay, because URLs typically don't like spaces, things like that. So it just makes everything lowercase, and if there's a space in there, it'll substitute a dash. I think, and by default, this is what we like about GitLab, by default, all repositories are private. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create that project. And now this is, oh, I put project name My Car. I'm going to put it My Car with a capital C. That's not a huge deal. Okay, and I'm going to create this project. Okay, and this should be my code. And there's a README which says My Car Starter. Let me try this. Now that I've got the access token in IntelliJ, I'm going to go back into IntelliJ Community Edition. And I'm going to choose, this is a new project, okay, but I'm going to choose Get from VCS. That's my version control system. And instead of entering a URL here, I'm just going to go to this GitLab thing, and it will show all my projects. So now I should see My Car 2020 F 2024, which I do. And I am going to, and that's going to go into users Gregory developer CS5044 MyCar-F 2024, which is fine. So this is on my local machine. This is going to be, so I'm going to say I want to clone that. I want to basically clone from my GitLab repository to my local machine. Okay, and it should have my access token inside of IntelliJ. And this should hopefully be seamless. Okay, and it opens automatically the README file. So I'm going to go to that README file. Whoops, did I just delete my README file? No, I just deleted that. Okay, I just temporary close out window, sorry. I was nervous there. Okay, there's the README file. I'm going to see if I can change this README file. I've had this problem before. The README file might be uneditable. Let me try this. Okay, doesn't look like I'm able to edit. I can edit this file, okay. I'm gonna save that. Let me go back to the README file and see if I can edit the README file now. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about the README file, but I need to figure out how to edit the README file. This is a preview of the README file. Okay, let's go into the editor. Oh, I see. That's a preview of the README file. So here is the code of the README file. And instead of calling it MyCar Starter, I'm going to call it MyCar F2024. Getting started with GitLab. And that's what the preview looks like. All right, now if I decide that I want to, now I've changed this file. Now if I just decide that I want to, let's see, there's a source folder, there's a test folder. It's interesting that they're already, this is already marked as a test resources root, and the source folder is already marked in IntelliJ as a generated sources root. I'm assuming that's because I also have a MyCar F2024.iml. That's a IntelliJ configuration thing. Anyway, so I'm going to say I'm relatively happy with this, and we're going to now talk about. Actually, I want to do this. I want to go to Idea, and I want to go to Git, and I want to ignore this directory in my version control. So let me see if I have something. Maybe it's already being ignored. Let me see. There's a dot git ignore. So it's already ignoring my .idea directory. That's because it was ignored in the starter code, so it's ignored here too. Okay, that looks good. But before I do anything, I do want to go here, and I want to commit the changes I made. I made one change in the README file. Instead of saying MyCar Starter, I changed it to MyCar F2024. Okay, so I want to go ahead and commit this entire directory, and then I've got these two choices down here, and I can see where the changes are. Okay, there's only one change in this README file. Okay. And I want to say commit and push. And what that's going to do is it's going to, I have to give it a message whenever I'm committing something in Git, in the Git version control, almost any version control system. You have to give it a message. So I'm going to say change to README file. Okay, and that's it. I'll just, it's such a minor thing. I'll just say change to README file, and I'm going to commit and push. And what this should do is it should commit the changes to my local Git repository, and then it should push those up to the main branch on GitLab, which is code.vt.edu. So I'm going to go ahead and commit and push. All right. And then it's saying, do you want to push to origin.main? Yes, that's where I got it from, so that's origin.main. All right. Let's push this. IDE project settings can be added to Git. I don't think I want to add my settings to Git because I might have different settings than you guys have. So actually, I don't think it matters because this project is fall 2024, which for the starter code that might matter, but for this one it doesn't. I'm not going to worry about this. Okay, so I've committed and pushed it, and now I'm going to go to up here, and I'm going to look at, I'm going to go to the directory here, and let's see, do I need to say refresh? Okay, change to README. So if I look at README now, it says MyCar fall 2024. So it didn't make that change. All right. Okay, so we're golden. The local repository is correctly communicating with the remote repository. Again, this is just a nice way to do things if you get used to using GitLab and a remote repository. You guys, it's not a requirement to do this in this project, but for those people who want to, I just wanted to let you know it's there.